A Nigerian man's visa has been revoked while this brother is all the way in Nigeria. This brother is still in shock. He cannot believe what is happening to him. Before we dive into this story, let us first of all hear directly from our brother.
Of someone who is starting all over again.
Wait. So you were your wife's dependent?
Yes, I was.
And it is when you came back in August to join your wife and your child, that is when the Home Office informed you that, Oga, you're no longer on this one, or you have to apply as a separate individual. Is that correct?
Exactly.
So when you then asked Madame, what was her explanation?
You know that my wife has applied for the 2 years for herself and my son. She didn't tell me. She did that June 22nd, 2024. She didn't tell me. I was still, and I said, for what? We applied, we renewed our visa before. We didn't need that because we came as a team, 3 of us. Why would they need my consent later now? And she said, well, that's my business, that if I allow my son to be, our son to be refused visa, she won't forgive me. I said, why will you go and apply without telling me? She said, all they needed from me now is consent letter. But that was after about 3, because when they requested for the consent letter from me, she has to fit the copy my signature from any of the document and paste on it and send to Home Office. It was at the point where they now requested to say that if a child is involved here and the 2 parents are not applying together with him, they will need against child trafficking or whatever they call it, they will need a kind of court order.
As you heard from this brother, I'm going to break down this story. Hopefully, 1 or 2 people might learn a lesson from this brother. This brother might not see his son again. This brother is the one that paid for everything to bring his family to the UK. He's all the way in Nigeria. That is when this brother heard that water don't pass Gary, as they say back home in Nigeria. That things have fallen apart. Let me know what your views are as we dive into the story of this brother. The brother married this woman back home in Nigeria. They had a son, and it was this brother's idea because he felt that the wife was struggling in Nigeria. They had a discussion, and both of them agreed that they will come to the UK in search of a better life. This brother was the one that paid for everything. He bankrolled everything. They came to the UK. When they came to the UK, the brother said he started noticing that the wife, from the Oyster card that they used to travel, that he started noticing that the wife was doing what they call korokere waka in Nigeria. He started noticing that the wife was going to places outside their work. But whenever he asked the wife already has a plausible explanation to give. He said he didn't want trouble. He was fine. When it came to the time for them, this guy and this woman, they've been together for a long time. He thought he knew this woman. The brother said if he had known that this is how things are going to be, he would not have taken the decision that he took. It looked like our brother is in regret. The brother said that he was shuttling between the UK and Nigeria. The wife, when it came to the time for them to renew their visa, the wife came on a master's program. When it came for the time for them to renew their visa, he flew to Nigeria and they told them it was going to cost around 11,000 pounds. According to the man, he said the initial plan was for them to get COS. They gave somebody more than 8,000 pounds for them to have COS. The person could not deliver it and ended up giving them back their money. He was fine. The same money, the wife now said, let's use this money to renew. This brother said that he needed to rush back to Nigeria to raise some money to be able to support what the wife wanted them to do. He was in Nigeria. They received a call from his wife. When the phone rang, this brother picked the phone and said, honey, how are you? The wife told him that she needed him to sign consent form. This brother said, which one be consent form again? The woman said, you have to sign consent form because the Home Office is asking for you to sign consent form. This brother said, what consent form? He said, you have to sign consent form. What this brother didn't know was that the woman has already put in the application with the money that the brother gave, and the whole thing became hook because the woman needed to show proof because she was applying as a single mom of a child. Because of human trafficking regulation, she needed to show proof that the child's father agrees with her renewing the paper with the child. That is when the Home Office was asking her to sign. The woman then told this man, sign. As you heard the man's voice, the man said, what are we signing? The woman said, sign. He said, why? The woman couldn't explain to him that, look, this is the reason why I want you to sign. The woman threatened that, look, if you let my son miss this opportunity, I am not going to forgive you. The brother said, the first time when we were coming, we didn't have to sign any paper. Why is the Home Office now telling us that you have to sign here? That was when the alarm bell started ringing. This man and this woman, they have a child who is about going to 6 years old together. The man said that he was shocked. When he was wondering what is going on, that is when the woman started telling him that, look, it's either you sign this or I'm not going to forgive you. The brother started doing his own work, contacted immigration advisors. Say, look, my wife is telling me to sign. Before this brother knew what was happening, he's all the way in Nigeria. The immigration advisor advised him that, look, we've done some check and we suspect that it appears that your name has been deliberately omitted from your wife's visa renewal application. When this brother heard this story, his heart was boom, boom, boom. Imagine as you are watching me now, the wife that you thought you knew, the wife, the love of your life, the only honey in your cupboard, the only cockroach in your cabin, the person that you thought that you knew, all of a sudden turned to somebody completely different. My brother, you will be in what psychologists call a state of equilibrium. You'll be confused, thinking that if this is a dream, let this dream just end because I cannot believe. How can the person that me and she live in the same house, the person that I told that I am going to raise money to renew the visa, the person that me and she didn't have any problem, we were planning the future together, and all of a sudden, this person has removed my name. This can't be true. I am dreaming. Let this dream, let it clear. That is how this brother was feeling when he was told that. When this story did not end there. When this brother eventually found out that the wife has removed his name from the visa application, and the wife was doing all these things whilst they were together in the same house. Remember, this brother has already gone to get some money for them to renew. and the money is with the wife. It is when the guy was in Nigeria, after that conversation that between him and the wife, that was when the wife sent a letter again. Say, Oga, if you not sign the divorce paper, this you need to. The man, when the man saw that, what is going on? Last week, they're telling me to sign consent form to renew my son. Now you're giving me the divorce letter. That if I don't sign divorce letter, that me and you, what is going on? The guy wanted to rush to the UK. That was when he realized that things are falling apart for him. This brother was shocked. He cannot believe that the person that he thought he has married till death do us part, or better for worse, that person has turned against his back. The saddest part of this story is that this brother said that he has heard rumor that this woman, whilst all this thing was going on, the true love of the woman's life, the only apple in the woman's pie, the only chocolate in her cupboard was here in the UK. The woman's true love was in the UK, and this brother did not know. And this brother said now he's not hearing rumor that the woman, despite the fact that they are not formally divorced, the woman, she has come back to Nigeria and married the true love of her life. The story sounds like the story of Romeo and Juliet. Some people can say the woman decided to follow her heart. After all, she only has one life to live. If she wasn't happy, then she has to find her happiness somewhere. Why some people have said the woman has used the man, exploited the man's emotion, let the man spend all his money, deceived the poor man and told him bringing him to the UK for her to come and study, and the man was working, the woman was the main applicant, and the man was the dependent. Now the woman has cleared the coast. She has arrived in the Red Sea. She's now think that she's in the promised land. And whilst our brother was in Nigeria looking for money to add to the money to renew his paper, that was when they served him divorce paper, that divorce paper. The man said he doesn't believe it because he hasn't consented to any divorce. How can the wife that he married take his child away from him, marry somebody else, and now the woman is now with the love of her life? Do you have any sympathy for our brother? The man is in pain. He said the saddest part of this story is that he wasn't prepared for what has been thrown into him. His son, he may not see the son again because he is far away in Nigeria, and the wife and the new love of her life, they are moving on. Do you have any sympathy for this man? This brother is in pain right now, and he still cannot believe that this is happening to him. Let me know what your views are in the comment section about the story of our brother who is all the way in Nigeria looking for money to renew his visa so that him and his family, his wife and his child, they can have a good life in the UK, not knowing that the woman definitely has another plan altogether. She allowed him to go back, look for money, while she only for her to renew the paper. Don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section. Share this video with anyone that you know will benefit. One of the best ways to learn in life is to learn from other people's success and failure. There are valuable lessons that hopefully somebody can learn. Frank is my name. Don't forget to give this a like, share, and follow us on all our social